So today we're going to be going over, as you see in the title, being the CEO of you. You are the CEO of your life. And this comes from a talk from Dennis Wheatley on winning for life. And he said, you need to understand that you are me incorporated. So you are you incorporated. You need to know that you are your own business. Your life is your own business. You spend time in exchange for money. Therefore, you are a business. So you should know your worth. And he said, you always need to be increasing your resources and learning capabilities. You need to constantly be growing. I said yesterday on our Zoom on our live was you need to be the master of the business that you have decided to be in. You need to be the master of the profession that you have decided to be in. That is how you become the CEO of you. You know, you cannot control what others do, but you can control how you respond. So, what are some of the things that a CEO of Me Inc. looks like? Well, there are 7 C's that you need to learn to take control of you Inc. For Me Inc. There are 7 C's that you can control. The first one is the clock. You only have so much time to spend, so you need to learn to spend it well. You have 24 hours every day like everybody else. Every successful person in the world has the same 24 hours. They just utilize it differently. So you have a clock that you know has a certain amount of time, so you need to find out how to spend that time, not how to save it. See, a lot of people focus on how they can save time in certain areas, but you need to focus instead on where to spend your time. Because when you learn to spend your time wisely, you can maximize that time. Just like Ed Milet talks about taking his day and breaking it down into 3 days. Take a look at that and see how you can break your first part of your morning up, your midday up, and then your afternoon up, and focus on specific things in those 3 time slots, and you can magically multiply your time because you're focusing on it. Stop watching primetime TV. That is a great way to compound and build Me Inc. So primetime is from 6 to 11, and that's when all the corporations know that you're trying to zone out. What successful people do and what separators do is they use that time to create wealth. The other time is for creating income. 6 to 11 p.m. is your wealth creating zone. C number 2 is concepts. You need to control what you think, the things that you think about, the concepts and the ideas that you allow into your head. Those are the things that you need to control because they actually start taking root in your head and give you the thought process of whether you can or can't. You know, we know the statement, whether you can or can't, both are right. Because if you think you can, your body and your mind follows through. If you think you can't, also your body and mind follows through. So today, take a look at what you're controlling as far as the concepts that are being sold to you, brought into your mind. Instead, control and focus the things that you're putting in. C number 3 is your causes. What is your why? You know, we talk about that with your business. So in the business of you, what is why for you? Have you created a life mission statement? What are the things that you want to accomplish? Write them out as if you are writing a business mission statement. So your Me Inc. needs to have a mission statement. Your why needs to be prevalent in that so that you can constantly look back on it and focus on it when you're wondering why it is you're doing what you're doing. When the hard days come, your why needs to be there to remind you that what you're doing has purpose and it's going to help you push through. Number 4, commitment. What you give your time to is what you should be doing for your cause. See, when you know what your cause is, what your why is, your commitment should revolve around bringing that about. So when you're looking at your business, what is the purpose of why you're doing this business? Is it because you want to pay off debt? Is it because you want time freedom? Well, are the things that you're committing to bringing you closer to that? So take a look at your calendar and go, where in my calendar do I need to commit my non-negotiables for my business so that I can achieve the things that I've put in my mission statement? Number 5, your contacts. You are in control of who you hang around. Again, we talk about your circle. Who are the people in your circle? If you look at the 5 people that you hang out with the most, you're almost a mirror image of those people. So today, take a look at where you want to be and the type of person that you want to be, and see if the people that are surrounding you right now are supporting and helping push you to be that person. If not, be intentional about getting around people that push you and cause you to be the better and best version of yourself. If you can't physically get those people around you, continue to tune in to stuff like this. Continue to get into groups that have positive reinforcement for the things that you're doing. Listen to podcasts, read books, listen to audiobooks of great people that you can put in your circle even though you don't know them yet. Number 6, communication. Guys, communication is key, but the foundation of communication is listening. You know, in order to understand somebody and to help them, you need to listen first before you communicate, because if you don't understand what you're conversing about, then what you say to them may not help. You hear the joke all the time, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth, use them in that order. Make sure that you are listening twice as much as you are talking. And if you must speak first, make sure you're doing it with questions, because questions will allow you to ask to be able to listen. So be a good question asker. And that's a great way to be the most interesting person at any event. You know, when you sit and listen to people, they normally don't tend to remember the person that talked the most. They actually tend to remember and think the best conversationalist is the one that listened and asked them questions and allowed them to talk. So when you're communicating, communicate through questions so that you can get to know and you can get to learn and you can get to give an appropriate response that would actually help further the person that you're communicating with. And finally, C number 7 is concerns. How to handle situations. You know, we are interdependent people, but we're also independent people. So you have to know that your concerns and the concerns of the people on your team are going to interact you Inc. So when you are taking a look at how you are communicating with people, you need to understand that when you're listening, people are going to bring you their concerns. And then through their concerns, you can work to building and establishing a foundation of what you can work together. So guys, today we were talking about being the CEO of your own life through the 7 C's that you can control. So to recap, C number 1 is the clock. You control your time. C number 2 is concepts. You control what you think. C number 3 is causes. What is your why? You control that. Number 4 is your commitment. You control what you focus on and what you spend your time on. Number 5, your contacts. You control the circle and the sphere of influence that you have around you. Number 6, communication. You control your communication, but also remember that you need to listen and ask questions. And number 7, concerns. How are you going to handle the situations when you hear communication and the answers to the questions that you ask? Guys, take these, learn them, share them with your team, and become the best CEO of you Inc. that you possibly can be. I hope this helped. Go back through, write them down, learn them again, study them, go through, be the best version of you, go out and make it an amazing day. And I hope your day is as awesome as you are. See you guys.